Hello there guys, it's me, Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 9 of Hand of Fate. Let's jump in and start.
Back so soon? I knew you would not falter. The kings are woken and will not be laid to rest.
Okay, so back into story mode. Now, because this is episode 9, we haven't failed any yet, so we are on the 9th boss. It's another king. The kings do tend to be a little bit more difficult. Well, not so much just the kings. I mean, we fought the King of Dust here. It's the last card on the row that usually tends to be the most difficult because we're playing for one of his items. So, a couple of curses. Corrupted Soul. So, minus 10 max health whenever the player gains a new curse. And weak wrists. Performing a prone finisher inflicts 5 damage on the player. That's quite nasty. So what a prone finisher is. A prone attack is whenever you hit an opponent that is down on the floor. Now if we actually kill them while they're on the floor, we take 5 damage. That is a little bit unfortunate. That's going to make life difficult, but we can try and avoid that. Hopefully we can avoid getting curses, because having reduced max health is really going to be a giant pain in the arse.
The undead king. In life he was strong. In death he's unstoppable. Your road will end here, I suspect.
Well, it might do. Back into the deck builder. Again, we'll just go for the standard ones. I don't see any point in changing it round unless we actually get to a point where we become stuck. So let's start.
I won this pentacle longer ago than you can imagine. In those many years, I have only now begun to understand its sequence.
A lot of nasty stuff in this deck that we'd prefer to avoid landing on. Let's just hope we can get lucky as we go through. Looks like there's quite a few curse cards in this deck.
The King of Skulls is the last of the undead to have slipped from my grasp. You are the first to come close to him. The living dead have plagued these lands for many centuries. Thankfully, there exist many tools for their destruction, if you can find them.
Okay, so this is a new piece of armour. We've not had this before. It's only light armour, but every third blow from undead enemies is reflected back against them. And it says blow, so that's not just ranged attacks. It's melee attacks as well. That could be quite useful. Now, do we want to use that to replace our medium armour? I think it might be useful. Let's give it a go.
Is that what you're going to do?
Well, this is an interesting choice, isn't it? Let's start by just going straight forward. The Twisted Canyon. Well, we can get a weapon, I suppose. Hopefully we don't screw this up. 2 successes, 2 failures.
Choose from these options.
Ah, we got a success. Good. Still get a weapon either way. Just we don't get injured this time around. The Rat Cleaver. Not the most useful weapon to have here. It's better than the axe, though. And of course, we've now just discarded... I wonder what happens when you run out of cards in the equipment pile if the discard pile is shuffled back in. Because we've just had to discard like 10 cards to get to that less than useful weapon. So which way do we go? Left or right? Let's try left. Winding Trail. Can't even remember what this one is. Oh, it's just a random monster card. 3 of Dust. Yeah, we'll attack them. The dust guys can be quite difficult at this point, though. Now, we should start with the shield now. Trying to remember if we do. I think we do. I think we should start with the shield at this point in the game. Do we? Yeah, we start with the shield, so that's not too bad. So what we want to do, we want to avoid prone finishers. So we can hit people when they're prone. We just don't want to kill them when they're prone. There we go. Didn't get any prone finishers there. Good. Nasty little layout here. There's a little bit of backtracking. One equipment. Nice.
I'm sure you're grateful for that.
Scorching Zeal. It's holy. It's much more... It does more damage than the Rat Cleaver, and it's more useful against undead. And 5 food. Okay. Not the best of cards, but... Noble Trader. He wants my armor. Do I want to give him my armor? It might be useful if we can get rid of the curse. We'll sell him the armor. 4 gold gain cards. It's quite a bit. 40. 15. Not as much as I was hoping for. 15. Again, not as much as I was hoping for. And 3. Okay, that's a bit poor. Not enough to get rid of a curse. Now then, which armor does that leave us with? Just puts us back to our medium armor. Well, it's still probably... Well, it's definitely better than the armor that reflects the attacks against the undead, because that only really... Well, I suppose both of the armors are only useful if we're actually getting hit, and we don't intend to, but we should take less damage. Stranger in the Shadows. Do I want to give him a lot of my life for a lot of gold? We should get the life back if we're careful. We'll do it. We'll do it the second time. Let's not get the huge failure. And we didn't. We were close. I nearly went for the end one there. Okay, we've done that one before. So now we should get some more gold for that one. We can do it again. It's a bit risky, but we'll do it once more. There's another huge failure. We'll try and avoid that. Same as last time. I wonder if that was... I don't know. Right, that's definitely going to be the last one. No, we can't accept any more than that. What I'm actually going to do here is just backtrack a little bit. Because we do have some spare food. So I'm just turning food into health right here. And there's the forest escape.
Press on.
Well, not really a lot else we can do there.
Previously, I had underestimated you. Then, I resented you for destroying my minions. Now, however, I cannot lose. Either way, a great annoyance is dealt with.
Okay, well at least this bit's fairly linear, so no worry about backtracking. The Hanged Man. Why do I get the feeling?
We can only hope
that I'm going to get a curse. So what happens here? One day, while travelling through the forest, you come across a man hanged by his ankle. You inquire about his current predicament, but he explains he does not want any help. I have accepted the destiny that fate has decreed me, just like you should accept yours. So we get a blessing and we get a curse. Unavoidable, we couldn't have got past that. So we're going to lose 10 maximum health.
I made that a little too powerful. I will have to rebalance that next time.
I do actually quite like that card, though. Glad we've got that one.
I appreciate your ingenuity. I look forward to seeing how you approach this particular challenge.
So all food gained is turned into gold, and the player eats gold instead of food. So we lose 10 max health, but now we have 120 food. But if we spend that, it's tricky, I shall say.
Food is
Traveling
crucial
Tinker.
for healing. If you travel without food, your strength will not be restored between encounters. You'll also begin to starve. It seems you'll learn that soon enough, though.
He's only saying that because currently we don't actually have any food. So we actually eat 5 gold per turn. We'll have a look at... I don't think we can... Obviously, we've got to be careful. We don't really want to be spending all of our gold, because that's going to be our food. And I was hoping to use it to get rid of the curses, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. We can potentially sell stuff that we don't need. We don't need the Rat Cleaver, I don't think, so let's go ahead and sell that. It's not worth a lot, but it is basically food now. We'll keep the axe just in case. That's the wrong button. We want to go there. And we'll just press on, and hopefully we'll manage to get out of this predicament. Like I said before in one of the earlier videos, it tends to be the curses that screw you up more than anything else. Heroes Remains. We've had this one before. Take the hero's belongings. The Viking blade.
Take your feelings and turn them into power.
Well, we wouldn't really want to keep this anyway. It doesn't do as much damage as the current weapon that we're using, even though it does give you rage, but we won't equip it.
That's the right approach.
Now, this is a nice shield. A shield bash deals damage to the opponent. Damage increases as your combo tiers up. I don't think we'll equip it. We don't really need it. It's not going to give us a huge advantage. Heavy burden after 5 steps.
Let us see how you deal with it.
Lose 50 max health. That counts as a curse? Really? That's a little harsh. At least it's on the very next card. Now, when we lose that curse, do we get our health back?
There has never been a hero whose end has not been thus.
Return the hero's sword. Return the hero's shield. Draw 2 blessing cards. So we lose heavy burden, but I bet we don't get the max health back.
Very nice indeed.
Okay, that just reduces cooldowns on artifacts, which we don't really have.
Many of these blessings are too good for the likes of you.
We're probably not going to get many lizards to fight. So that's reduced our max health. Right, we lose heavy burden. But we did not get the health back. That sucks. Wasn't aware that heavy burden counted as a curse.
Sail away and see what you will find.
So the problem you've just got, really, is getting to the boss and actually having enough health to win the encounter.
What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent.
Just hope we don't run into too many more of those hanged man things. Oh, look, would you look at that? And again, there was no way we could have missed it.
More injury added to insult.
We couldn't have gone up or down at that point, so we were always going to hit that. So, our blessing.
The gods look upon you favorably.
Well, I do like that one. Instantly gets rid of one of the enemies we have to fight. And the curse.
Little pleases me more than watching your attempt to wriggle away from bad luck.
So, upon entering a new arena, the player takes 5 damage for every ring in their possession. So we should make sure we don't have any rings. I don't think we have any currently. We do. We have the Ring of Hindsight. We need to sell that as quickly as we can. Oh, another hanged man. Thank you, game.
You're not having much luck right now, are you?
Having none at all. And there's no way we can afford to get rid of these curses.
Useful.
Okay, toxic blood. So if anyone hits me, it has a chance to poison them. And what's the horrible curse going to be? Player's movement speed is reduced by how much gold they possess.
The harder things become.
Great. Let's just get straight across here. Just be the boss. Helpful priest.
Now, starvation begins.
Okay, let's give him half of our food, because we don't have any. And we get to pick twice from this because of one of the blessings that we have. Let's go for that one. I'm not going to risk getting a failure just in the chance of getting a huge success, so... One more blessing.
I made that a little too powerful. I will have to rebalance that next time.
That's going to be useful against the boss, I suppose. Unfortunately, we haven't found the way out of here, which is a little unfortunate. Now we have found the exit. There was another hanged man there. We were lucky to avoid that. Let's, for the time being...
One cannot hope to find adventure without a little delving now.
We'll go to the priest, just to see what we can get. Because first of all, we want to sell that ring. Otherwise we're going to take 5 damage the moment we go into battle. Difficult one. We need gold because that's our food. But at the same time, we don't want to have too much gold because it slows us down. Right. First things first, sell items. I can't even sell the ring. That's terrible. You give me an item that I cannot sell, and then give me a curse for having it. I very much doubt we can afford any of these. Well, we can get rid of that one. See, 240 gold to get rid of his curse. Not really bothered about the Midas Appetite. Let's get rid of infected rings. Now, we could get rid of money bags, but that doesn't leave us with a lot of food then. So, we'll just have to do that. We're at max health, technically. Let's just hope we don't lose any more health. I think we've seen most of the hanged men. I think there was... I can't remember whether there were 4 or 5 in the deck. Well, there's 3 of them. We already had one on the last level, so...
All sorts of terrible things live in caves. Are you sure?
So if we're lucky, we won't land on the last one. Okay, let's hope this is... Wow.
Me to tell your fortune? No. A fortune teller is at their most base and despicable when they begin to believe their own lies. Of course, I am different. My powers are genuine.
Well, we might just about have enough food to get to the end here. Ah, the Goblin King's Hall 3.
A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed.
Hoy lad, the enigmatic goblin, Mr. Lionel, climbs out of a barrel behind a tavern as you pass through a small village. I've made some refinements to the magic device, and I think we'll do better this time if we take another shot at those treasure vaults. You see, goblins sometimes hide their best treasure, magical items and such like, in enchanted treasure chests. The magic amulet will now reveal these to you. If there should chance to be one in any treasure vault we happen to visit. Yeah, let's go in and try one of those... Oh, skipping through text, sorry there. You can keep whatever gold you recover, but remember to look around for treasure chests. They're sure to hold something worthwhile. So hopefully we can avoid losing a lot of health here. Unusual to start in a spot where we've got... this additional trap. Normally you start at the beginning of the maze. This feels like we've started not at the beginning. I suppose it was just to collect that extra pile of gold. Ow. That hurt. Ah! Getting stuck on the scenery is not a good thing. This game hates me, by the way. Oop. Ooh. Taking far too much damage here. Can we skip around those? Apparently not. Really beginning to regret attempting this now. Ow. So much damage. Losing so much health here. Do we not have to do anything to that? We just literally walk up to it? Okay, fine. Nothing in this room over here though. Okay. Remember, gold is food, so this is technically really useful for us. Ow! So little health now. And it doesn't help when you can't see very well like this either. Wow, that one's going to be particularly nasty, isn't it? Okay. Well, I took a lot more damage there than I wanted to. Good work, Mr. Lionel exclaimed, seeing the loot you return with. You see, I told you there was more to be gained from these vaults. You divided up the treasure between the two of you, and we get 3 gain cards. 1 equipment. During combat, press 2 to create a blast of freezing ice centered on the adventurer. Well, that can be useful. Draw 2 and select 1 to keep. Ring of Poverty and Life Slim. What does Life Slim give us again?
A weapon
oh, the
of
Weakening
precision.
Curse.
Unlike you, if you don't mind me saying.
And the Ring of Poverty? Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of difference really. Well, I guess we'll take the sword and we can sell the sword. We don't want to use it, we're just taking it to sell. And 10 more gold. Cards token is also ours. Now, as we've got a little bit of gold in the pot, I am just going to backtrack a couple of times. Because I do want to get back some health.
Taking damage, unless you can find more food, of course.
Right, we'll do it once more. I want to be as close to full health as possible, because this is just ridiculous. Tavern Wager.
What tales do you tell these feeble sots? The same ones I read from your past?
You find yourself in a seedy old tavern, spinning tales of your adventures to a group of drunks. A bearded old soldier scoffs at your tales and challenges you to an arm wrestle. Wager 20 gold against his gold. Risky. We do get to pick twice, so... we will redraw, because I screwed that one up. And failed again, unfortunately. Damn. Not good, because Goldie's food. That only leaves us with 4 movements left. Travelling Mage. Well, we'll pay a visit. We have got that sword we can sell. So that's fine. But we will be facing the last boss with only 60 health. It's going to be very, very difficult for us. So we want to sell Life Slim. It's 20 gold, so that's 4 more food, essentially. Let's go and get rid of the axe. I think we'll keep everything else. So let's back out of there. Oh, this is a nasty level, this one is. These curses really hurt.
No
Ember
food.
Town hero.
Hard times lie ahead.
Ask him about his troubles. I've always wanted that, he yells as he lunges forward. Fight him off, I suppose. Oh, wow. Okay, well, we do get 2 picks. That was a bit quick, and a triple shuffle. We'll definitely redraw that one, thank you very much. And a failure, again, of course. Draw a pain card. Lose 1 equipment.
I'm sorry.
What did I lose? My shield. Terrific. And another curse. Brilliant. So the blessing.
Very nice indeed.
On any damage, the player inflicts 2 more damage for each blessing they possess. Well, we'll do a lot of damage, though. That's a good thing. And... Splintered Jewels. On every successful combat without gauntlets, the player loses a ring. So we've only got 1 ring to lose, so that's fine. But we've lost a lot of health now. I think we've got all the Hanged Man cards, so we shouldn't have to worry about that anymore. Dead King's Hall. I don't... oh, 2 monster cards. 4 of Scales. We're just going to sneak away. And we even have to... having a shield would have been nice.
A choice. Select your desire.
Yeah, that one. I was keeping a very close eye on it. And we get a gain card, which is 5 food, which converts into gold. So, not all that useful. Right, is this the boss? No, it's just a shop. Well, we don't have anything we can sell, so we're just going to have to pass it by. There was Mr. Lionel. We could have got a shield, but we can't afford to go all the way back, unfortunately. Sea Voyage.
Nothing more pleasing than the smell of salt water and the rush of wind, is there?
Well, that's unfortunate. We'll board the ship. We don't have a lot of food now.
It has been many ages
wow.
since the King of Skulls has seen combat. He is hungry.
So we'll assume that he's on this part of the map somewhere. The Holy Forge. Well, we don't have the item. The problem I doubt this is going to be the boss, but who knows? You never can tell. Treasure chest.
You make this harder on yourself by traveling with an empty stomach.
I guess we're going to have to try and prise it open. We need to try and get gold, I suppose. Might as well take these chance events while we have an option of getting... while we can repick, so... Come on, give me some gold. Attempt to pry it open. So, 3 success and 1 failure chance. We'll take that. What do we get inside? 4 game cards, nice.
I'm sure
2 equipment, 1 to keep. Shield, it's got to be the shield. 30 gold, good. 15 gold, good. 5 gold, good. Okay, that helps things out a little bit. Again, it'd be nice if we could skip that when we don't actually have the item. We know we don't have the item. Hunting the Huntsman.
We play for a token now.
It turns out that it's not too hard to track down a mad huntsman who's on a crusade across the countryside in search of a mythical beast. He's been spotted interrogating tavern goers, accosting travellers in the woods and closely scrutinising various animal droppings. You hear that he recently left a small town of Thatchcross and was seen heading into the forest nearby. You follow a set of tracks that lead into a leafy glade. Colourful autumnal debris blankets the ground. You stop dead when you hear a suspiciously loud snapping sound beneath your feet. Oh, great. Looks like we've walked into a trap. We'll redraw, thank you. Oh, it was that one. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so it's on there. I have no idea. Oh, huge failure. Wish I'd have gone with the first one now. You look down just in time to see the ground beneath you give way. You fall sharply into a dark pit. Draw 2 pain cards. Lose 1 food. That's fine. Lose 10 health per curse.
Pain.
Right, I'm dead then.
Each moment of pain brings more suffering.
I mean, that's it. Lose 10 health per curse.
The pain returns.
I have 7 curses.
I'm sure you thought you'd seen the back of it. And so the game takes another life. Do not worry, though. You may try again. Death in the realm of skulls is unwise.
Well, at least we get the token. So for helping Mr. Liner with his quest, we receive Goblin King's Halls 4. So as you can see, we got completely shafted by the curses there. It wasn't really anything that I did wrong. It was kind of unavoidable, but... Well, I mean, obviously I could have not failed that last encounter and drawn those that nasty curse, but that's just the way it happens sometimes. So when we come back next time, we'll attempt this one again. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Hand of Fate. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.